What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So undefeated, two-division world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who has 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. Devin the Dream Haney is doing exactly what y'all said he wasn't going to do. Y'all said that Devin Haney was capping. When Devin Haney and father, trainer, and manager Bill Haney stated that they were open and willing to fight undefeated WBO welterweight world champion, who is becoming a superstar in the sport of boxing, in Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. is coming off of a brutal knockout victory in the 5th round against Jin Sasaki. Now, I don't want to hear nothing about Jin Sasaki as a B-level fighter. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Because going into the fight, people said that Brian Norman Jr. better be careful because he could get knocked out in the fight. Brian Norman Jr. going over to Japan, he could get robbed in the fight. I'm not trying to hear y'all tell me that Brian Norman Jr., who brutally knocked out Jin Sasaki in the 5th round, dropped him twice in the 1st round, then brutally knocked him out in the 5th round, brutally, to the point where he lost his memory, and is now 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, at the tender age of 24 years old. Brian Norman is only 24 years old. And just to give you a quick rundown, Brian Norman knocked out Giovanni Santillan in the 10th round, knocked out Cuevas in the 3rd round, and then brutally knocked out Jin Sasaki in the 5th round after dropping him twice. And his father, trainer, and manager, Brian Norman Sr., shouts out to Sr., he stated that him and Bill Haney was on, I believe they was on Mill City, and they agreed. If it wasn't Mill City, I apologize to whoever they was on. And they agreed, it might have been the Boxing Voice, to Ness. I'm not sure. But they agreed that after his fight with Jin Sasaki, since Jerron Boots Ennis shockingly decided that he's going to vacate his belt and move up to 154 pounds, which didn't make any sense to me, because Brian Norman was contacted by Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, who promotes Jerron Ennis, before he fought Jin Sasaki just a couple weeks before. And they asked if he was interested in fighting Jerron Ennis, and they wanted him to sign right now. And he says he's interested in the fight, but he's not signing right now until after the Jin Sasaki fight. But he'll sign June 20th. The fight was June 19th. And then Jerron Boots Ennis, the Phenom, as I refer to him as, the unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine welterweight world champion, who is undefeated and a superstar in the sport, announced that he's moving up in weight. When they was planning to fight Brian Norman, and they said October, November, or December. So that made zero sense. But Jerron Ennis, he stated that he spoke with his physicians, his specialists, and they told him that he's not getting the full value because he's weight draining himself out of his performances. So he decided to move up, which is the fight that everybody wanted to see at welterweight. Brian Norman versus Jerron Boots Ennis. That made no sense. But nonetheless, so they settled on moving on. And so Devin Haney and Bill Haney agreed that they would definitely do the fight. And everybody said that Devin Haney was capping. Well, now Bill Haney and Devin Haney are chasing down Brian Norman. And it said that Brian Norman and his team are waiting for... Now, I haven't spoke to AC, so I'm going to reach out to AC and Senior. But it said that they're now decided that they're going to wait for the July 19th showdown between legendary 8th Division World Champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pacman Pacquiao to finish his fight with WBC welterweight world champion Mexican star boxer Mario Barrios. And they want to fight the winner in the unification bout. I get that. Not mad at it. But they also agreed that they wanted to fight Devin Haney. So that's the fight that people are waiting for. That's the fight that people are expecting. And the people, I seen Bill Haney on The Boxing Voice with a young lady on The Boxing Voice, and she called herself pressuring Bill Haney and saying, "You're not going to fight Brian Norman Jr. It's not realistic. You're capping." Essentially saying he was capping. I seen people saying that Devin Haney went quiet after Brian Norman knocked out Jin Sasaki. Well, now Bill Haney and Devin Haney are chasing down Brian Norman publicly. The same way they were chasing down Jerron Boots Ennis. Publicly now, they're chasing him down. So I don't know where people get this from. And Bill Haney is saying, listen, we'll make you the same $1.7 million offer that you was looking for to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. We'll give you that to fight us. That's huge. And they can make Brian Norman versus Devin Haney on Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez undercard. Or they could fight on the August 16th card. But I would prefer it to be on Terrence Crawford Canelo undercard. And so now, what's the point in waiting for Pacquiao and Barrios? Because the PBC, they ain't trying to play ball. They ain't trying to play ball. They ain't trying to unify the belts with Top Rank. They ain't trying to do it. Mario Barrios has been on the shelf and out of commission forever and a day. And out of the blue, here come Manny Pacquiao. So what are we waiting for? Let's get it. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. I mean, we seen the people saying that he was going to duck Brian Norman because Brian Norman got that left hook from hell. Brian Norman is athletic and explosive and young and strong. And Devin Haney has not fought officially at 147 and is pillow-fisted. I love this fight for both guys. Make it happen. What y'all think? But now he's running towards the fire again. I mean, I didn't see Brian Norman turn down anything but his collar. And we know Devin Haney don't even turn down his collar. But people have this false narrative that Devin Haney be capping. What fight did he cap? What opponent? Where? When? When has he ever done it? If he said he gonna fight you, he gonna fight you. Never capped. But people want to place that jacket on him that don't fit. Amazing, right? Take it back to the store. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.